What's going on, you guys? In this video, I wanted to just give you guys my opinion on a tripod that I found. I've been using this thing for one hunting season, so one whole year now. And I wanted to use it, and I wanted to put it to use before I came and give you guys a, an honest opinion about it. So I'm going to be sharing with you guys today the Mutant Tripod, M-U-T-N-T, Mutant Tripod. I had been using an Outdoorsman all carbon tripod. I used it for about 4.5 years, and I liked it. I can't say that it was a perfect tripod for me, but I was just learning about tripods, and the more you glass, the more you take your tripod out, the more you set up in windy conditions and rocky conditions and uneven conditions, the more you learn about what you like, what you don't like. And for me, I was in the market for a new tripod, and there's a couple things that I didn't like about the old tripods that I've tried. So when I heard of some of the key features to the Mutant tripod, it just made sense for me. I bought one. Well, I actually got it gifted to me, which was amazing. Thank God to Marissa. She's gonna watch this eventually. She's out there on the couch right now. And yeah, I've used it. I put a I forget what head this is. I'm pretty sure it was just the Outdoorsman pistol grip head on it, and I've been a fan of the pistol grip. I am going to change this out, this setup this next year, but I have my own reason to why I use the pistol grip. I use it backwards. But again, different video, different day on the actual head of the tripod, what I'm going to use. Back to the features that kind of caught me right off the bat, and what I liked about it is, first and foremost, it's super lightweight. So this thing is under 2 pounds, and under 2 pounds, I'm 5'7". This thing extends out past, with the head on it, it's about 5'7". I could take this thing way up, right? Because of the neck on it, I could take this thing way up above, probably 7 foot, which, is unnecessary, but it does go and extend that far for some of you that are really, really tall. But it's an all carbon tripod. It's lightweight. I could pack this in with me, no problem. If I'm going on a long backpack hunt, I'm not worried about the weight, and I still get the sturdiness that you're gonna get with a big tripod. So for one, it's super lightweight and it's sturdy. Now, some of the key features that you're not gonna see in other tripods, and everyone has a preference, and again, this is just my preference and my take. I am not a fan of the twist style legs. I like the latch style legs. And so to keep things really simple, what the owner of Mutant did, and he's a guide, he's got experience as well, he kind of designed this tripod around what he likes and what he didn't like on other tripods. But he keeps it really simple. So we only have 2 latches, to where I'm sure you've seen it on most tripods. You have 3 different twisty knobs that you have to use to extend and retract. Versus this, it's gonna pack up. It's not that big, right? It's the same size as most other tripods, but you have only 2 pieces of carbon to deal with going against each other in the friction point, which this is machined aluminum, super, super lightweight, strong, and you're not having to worry about a million little twists, right? Which always, those rubber pieces that hold the twisters on, they always come off. I've literally went through multiple of those twisty knobs. The rubber breaks, and then you're dealing with just straight metal. It's a pain in the butt. So you don't have to worry about that. And then they're just, if they ever get loose, which I have not experienced he's getting loose yet, it's just a little Allen key that you just tighten back up. But the way that he's got these secured, I don't believe that's ever going to be a problem. But he does make it adjustable if you needed to ever adjust it, but I haven't had to adjust it yet. It's been totally fine. I haven't had these slip. They've been super nice. So you're dealing with 2 latches to extend out your tripod feet. Super, super nice and convenient. The next piece is the actual feet themselves. So this is a heavy duty hard rubber piece, and they are stationary. They are stuck. They will never move. So often I have in the past, especially with my last two tripods, the feet were, removable. And for somebody that is, mobile, using this thing all the time, the last thing you want is something, that's getting bounced around all the time to be and such an important piece of equipment, let alone to be able to be removed, you know? So I like that these are stationary feet. The hard rubber makes it nice so you don't have to, you know, worry about them falling off, and which that happened. I was, you know, driving down a dirt road, bouncing, beating the heck out of my gear, going up a road trying to find a mule deer, and the foot fell off. Little did I know, you know, it screwed on and screwed off, and all of them were loose. And that's just what happens, right? When you have the ability to tighten and loosen things up. So this tripod, he thought of those things because he's had those experiences. You're not gonna lose your feet on this tripod. They're round and they're not ever gonna fall off. The latches, simple to use latches. There's only 2 of them. You don't have to worry about screwing, you know, and unscrewing a million times just to get your thing like pulled out and then retracted. So those are just simple things that I really, really like about him. The next piece is going to be the actual like extension latch, right? To get your tripod feature. So they come way out, which, I mean, heck, I actually have used my tripod and had to push it way out, you know, almost to 90. But for the most part, they don't fall down, right? So as you guys can see, there's some gap there from the carbon latch piece. It's not something that falls down, which that is so nice, because if you're in a rush or you're like in a windy situation, you got something on, you're wearing all your gear, you pull your tripod out, you're trying to get it situated, and this little piece keeps falling down on you when you're trying to open up your tripod to get it perfect, you're getting comfortable. That is a pain in the ass. And it's just a little thing that, you know, again, it's not like a total deal breaker, but that is just a nice feature to have. So you have your 3 different stair step, which you guys can barely maybe see there. 3 different modules, right? So you can set it at 3 different angles, which that's a really nice piece. And then kind of ending this off is going to be the actual the neck, right? The extension neck. Most of these are round, and most of the time they're rotatable. And when I say rotatable, it means when I grab this thing on most other tripods, you can twist it. And so what will happen is your glass will also twist. So this is a triangular design. So it's a triangular design for a reason, because he wanted to avoid that twisting. And it's aluminum, it's a super lightweight aluminum, and then it just tightens in with the little wing nut. And it's sturdy. Like if you tighten that wing nut, it's sturdy, it's not going anywhere, it's not gonna twist on you. If this thing loosens up, it's not gonna twist, it's stationary. The only thing that it can do is fall. And if it falls, again, it's a stationary wing nut. You could just tighten it and fucking crank that thing in. You're not gonna have any problems with it. And then that is a replaceable piece if something were to ever happen, which, again, I just think that the way this tripod was built and thought through before it got manufactured is just some key smart features that he thought of. You know, this is a tripod that's gonna last me a long time. I'm curious to see where it's gonna be in 5 years, but if you're in the market for a tripod, you want a one type tripod that will do it all, so you don't have to keep constantly going and buying like the small tripod for your glasses and then the big tripod for the small tripod for backpacking and the big one for, you know, your other stuff. It's like blah, 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 blah. Just buy a Mutant. They're $500-600, which any of the high-end tripods are even more than that these days, which sounds crazy, but he's got this thing reasonably priced for the quality of tripod you're getting, and you can just head over to mutantgear.com and you can pick one up for $500-600. I have no affiliation with the owner of that company besides just wanting to have a good tripod that I could refer to people and use myself on big game hunts. So if you're in the market for a tripod, go check them out. This thing is, again, like I said, it's under 2 pounds. It's super lightweight. It's heavy duty. It's a thick, heavy duty tripod. It's stationary. Like you can see, there's not a strap having to hold it all together. And the legs aren't coming out on me. Like, this tripod has been really, really great. If there was one thing that I can snark about, it is just this one little wing nut. This is the only bit of wobble that I have ever gotten, right? But that's because the wing nut is not tight. You tighten up that wing nut and you don't have any wiggle in the middle. So That's the only snark that I have, but other than that, you know, this is an almost perfect tripod. I would really suggest if you're looking at getting a tripod, don't waste your money on other stuff. Just go pick this thing up. The owner is cool. If there's ever a problem with it, you just let him know, and I'm sure he would just say, just send it back. Don't say anything bad about my company. So go check it out, mutantgear.com. Once again, this is just the tripod that I'm using, Mutant. It's been good. I've used it for a season, have had 0 issues with it, 0 messes with it. So I can recommend this to you as a Western big game hunter, somebody who has a lot of experience glassing with you know, big binoculars, as well as glassing with a spotter. The next thing that I'm going to do to this tripod is add a different head to it, and that's because I got some new glass coming, which I'm excited to share with you guys and use this upcoming season in 2024. So with that, you guys, peace out, like and subscribe, follow for the journey. I love hunting, love the outdoors, and I will be back with another video soon.